Guys, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to my channel. Today I have sort of a tag that I didn't create this tag, but it's a mixture of two. I've seen these both go around. It's the Booktube Newbie Tag and the Not a Booktube Newbie Tag. I figured I was going to kind of combine them into one tag because I'm not a Booktube newbie. I've been doing this for a while. However, it has been quite a bit of time since I made regular videos. So it's just, I picked out my favorite questions from both. I'm gonna answer them. Let's just get right into the video. Because I'm not answering all of the questions for both tags, I will have them all down below if you want to do one or the other. But I just picked out 11, I think, from I think there's 20 altogether. The first question is, how old is your channel? And I published my first video, which I think is private now, on February 4th, 2013. I had just finished my undergraduate degree and I was working almost full-time at a bakery and studying for the LSAT, and I was bored. And I was watching all these book videos and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So on February 4th, I created just a little introduction to me and my favorite books, and I put it up on YouTube. And that was over 4 years ago. So it's been quite a bit. Number 2 is, why did you start your channel? And I did kind of just answer that. I was pretty bored and I've been watching all these videos and reading a bunch. And I really just wanted to join in on the fun. And that's what keeps making me come back, is I miss making videos. Number 3 is, what is your favorite type of video to make? This is definitely hauls, because it means I've bought new books. And everyone likes to show off the things that they have bought. I also really enjoy making TBRs, even though I rarely stick to them, which is why I don't make them very often. You saw what happened for Booktubeathon. So I do like making and watching TBRs. Number 4 is, what book or series got you into reading? There's a couple of answers for this because I went in bouts as a child. I definitely remember reading the first Harry Potter book and getting really into Harry Potter, which I think is a lot of people's answers. I remember reading chapter books in like first grade, like Charlotte's Web, stuff like that. I also remember in the first grade we made a lot of books. My mom has a basket full of these books made out of cardstock and construction paper, and I think everyone in the class made the same book. So I remember reading the Nancy Drew books. I really liked those. The Babysitter's Little Sisters and Babysitter's Club. I just don't know when those came out in relation to Harry Potter. So it just kind of like all those books. Also the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. I think that was around the same time as Harry Potter. I got super into that series, like needed to get the new book the day it came out, kind of into it. Number 5 is, when did you start reading? And like I said, I think this started, I learned to read in like first grade like most people did, but I've always been surrounded by books. My parents both like to read. My mother, when I was little, she was getting a master's degree, and while she was doing that, she worked at a bookstore. So I've been surrounded by books my whole life. I can't remember the exact moment I started reading. Number 6, what is your favorite book series or book that you've read because of Booktube? I think the answer to this absolutely has to be A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, even though I technically didn't read that series because of Booktube. I read Throne of Glass because of Booktube, because everyone was talking about it when I think the 3rd or 4th book came out. I'm not sure. And I did get really into that. And then, of course, I needed to read Sarah J. Maas's other series. And now the ACOTAR series is my favorite series of all time, right below Harry Potter. I'm in love with it. It's amazing. Number 7 is, why do you love reading? I think this answer is going to be the same as a lot of other people's answers. I was very shy as a child. I didn't like to talk to people, especially adults. Whenever I had to go somewhere with my parents, I brought a book, and there's just so many pictures of me in my parents' photo albums in the corner on the side of the party reading. And it's just the adventure. I am not a wealthy person. I don't have the means to be traveling around the world and having all these fun adventures, so I get that through books. And I get friends through books in the fictional world and the real world. Tell me you haven't made a friend just because they're wearing a Harry Potter t-shirt. Tell me, because that's not real. Number 8 is, what is your favorite aspect of Booktube? And this is a hard one for me because it's not one singular thing that I like it as a whole. I like getting book recommendations. I like being able to get a review of a book by someone I trust. So if someone that has liked a lot of books that I have liked reviews a book and they give it a good review, I know I'm probably also going to like it. That everyone seems to be pretty nice. Even like the people who are big booktubers who have a lot of subscribers, they usually comment back or they like reply or at least acknowledge your tweets to them. Like, that's pretty cool. Number 9 is where do you read? This is pretty much everywhere. I don't go anywhere without a physical book. Usually, if I don't have a physical book, I have my Kindle and Nook apps on my phone, so there's always something for me to read. I read right here with that little light. I read in my bed a lot. I read in my car while listening to audiobooks. I read in the shower while listening to audiobooks. It's just, you know, it's any chance I get to read, I'll be doing it. That's why there's, I mean, everywhere. The answer's everywhere. The final question I picked from these 2 tags is, what types of books do you like to read? I definitely have 2 main genres that I like to read the most. Those are contemporary YA and fantasy. I guess contemporary / YA. They're 2 separate ones because I like a multitude of YA books, but I like their contemporary the best. I find that most adult contemporary novels are just more adult than I am. So it's like people who are having troubles in their marriages or just got divorced. And like, I'm not there. I don't plan on getting divorced, so I'm not ever going to be there. But I'm not in my 30s, and that's just what most adult contemporary seems to be aimed at. However, I do like literary fiction, so things that aren't like based on age. And I also really like historical fiction. I didn't even put that in there, but World War II novels are some of my favorite novels to read. And then of course fantasy. Any kind of fantasy, I am down for it. So there you have it. That is my I am kind of not a booktube newbie, but kind of am tag. I'm gonna have to find a better title for this before I post this. If you've done one of these tags, please comment below so I can check it out. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!